It's been a minute. Hey, April Fools. No, it's been since April.
So the two adults.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is LCT. If it's your first time here, please subscribe to get amazing content on vlogs, on story times, on panel discussions, on many things that I still haven't done that are yet to come. So, Bado, you are still fast people. So lately I've been looking at horoscopes, yeah, and just my own horoscope.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
That's just Snapchat. Because Snapchat has new features, the horoscope. You can see Sijui planet in what was it? Mercury in Pluto that talk about who you are. And I've just been there. And so looking at numerology. Apparently my birth year is 32, and 32 means balance, harmony, and success. And that's what I'm living with. Yani na manifest hizo, so that this life needs you to manifest. So that you can continue going on with it. Hey? And then also, like, I've been watching this guy called Stefan Speaks. So he speaks about relationships. He's like a love coach, life coach, something like that. So if you'd like to just listen to what he's saying as well, you can just check that out. Also, don't listen to it so much, Bado, because too much of anything is poisonous or toxic. One of the two. So don't get an overload of information. Anyway, so to this video, it was supposed to be a vlog. Acha niwaambie. A vlog apparently is supposed to do it day by day. Like today I woke up, this is what we went, I didn't do that. So I'll just do the same video I did for my trip to Portugal to this video now. So I was fortunate enough to go to India, and this video is just to tell you like how it transpired and how the days were. I went for a week, and generally again it's just going to be highlights, random facts, and what else, and culture shocks, cause tuko dunia tofauti. We are in Africa, that is Asia. It's very, very advanced as well. So yeah, tune in. Okay, so the first highlight is we went to the Geo World Center. So it's a big plaza that has about 20 gates. It covers an acre of like 18. And it's owned by the Ambani family. And let me tell you, I was Googling how much Ambani family, the money that they have, and it's like $83.4 billion. Do you know how much money that is? I was actually trying to fact check that in terms of like what's the difference between $1 million and $1 billion. And I was looking at this site that was saying $1 million is, in terms of like minutes or seconds, it's about like 11 days, but $1 billion is 32 years. And they're saying how this, if you're earning $5,000 a day, for you to reach $1 billion, you'll have to earn that for 527 years. You know, $5,000 in Kenya is about, to the least, 600 Gs a day. And I just want to say, we are living in a world where watu wako na pesa huku nje. People have money. Hard work pays or not. Know how you'll get your bag. So anyway, the Geo World Center, we went to visit the Indian fashion gala and also like an art center. So one thing that India is big on is textile, and textile means cotton, silk, linen, and that textile has been used by so many fashion brands that the fashion gala that we went to was showcasing how Dior and Chanel and these big fashion houses have used like India fabric over the years. So one highlight of that was like you were listening to the audio version of it. So you'd walk down a piece and you'd hear like a narrator saying, so this piece was done by this, it was in the late 1800s or something, and it was worn by this person and this person. And they'd even showcase a picture of the people who actually wore them. So there's actually one that was India in America, and it was Michelle's gown. There's a gown she wore that was primarily made in India, or it was Indian textile, and had the whole picture of it. And let me tell you, it was amazing. And then different fashion houses have set their pieces in different ways. Like there are others that are in cages, there are others that are in glasses. It was mind-blowing, to say the least.
Celebrating Indian textiles, especially saris. Fashion takes a trip with contemporary designers including John Galliano, Manish Arora, and Dries van Noten, who celebrated India in their collections and in practical ways too, supporting Indian artists. Galliano and his design team traveled to India in 2002.
We went to the art center as well. It's the same plaza, but a different floor. So the art center as well had like 4 floors. You're going to different pieces and walking like up. Same thing with the audio phones. And actually, I'll even put the link. The link still works. I was actually checking it out. The link still works. So as you're moving towards the different areas of views, also the art, you could actually hear them. Another thing about Jewel Center, it's big on events. So depending on what event you want to put up, that's like the place to go. Also having this dancing fountains, like even kids just go there as a school trip. And so the second highlight was the Marine Drive. So the Marine Drive is like a C-shaped concrete road that's near the beach. So people usually go there to see the sunset and the sunrise. And it's so cute, like the whole beach is usually taken up and families come there with their dogs. It's so cute if it's also like your first date there, and people like usually spend even up to mornings just sitting there talking about different things. And one thing about the dogs that I saw in India, like they have Dalmatians. I saw this it's called a husky. And it's hot in India. So the first thing was like, how is this dog there? Like, it's just that even the variety of things that are there. So please, if you ever go to India, pass through the Marine Drive. The third highlight is India is rich on food. Like you have different streets for different things. Like you have like a phone street, Luthuli, or you're having like a tech shop or stalls going around. Now in India, they're big on food. Like you'd have food, like stalls just back to back, like M-Pesa shops. So they use different ingredients. We usually just use rice water for rice. They usually ferment the rice water, ferment the rice. They make different things out of the same rice. Like they're big on even the taste, the spices that you're using, chutney. Different hotels or restaurants that really changed my palate. Like from like Indian to Chinese to Vietnamese, and they have like different variety of different stuff. Like it's like being in Kenya and you go to a Nigerian restaurant, you know. So in those areas, like you have Vietnamese, you have Polish, you have, so it's that variety that was amazing. But street food, I didn't do it that much because I was really afraid of a stomachache. But if you get people who also like do good street food, please try Indian food and try the variety. Don't stick to, I don't know, biryani. So the next highlight was street shopping and mall shopping. So we went to the mall on Saturday in South Mumbai called the Phoenix Palladium. It's one of the biggest malls in South Mumbai. It has two wings. Two wings. It has the east wing and the west wing. And I went to this mall and came to realize why, even in movies, people can spend a whole week just going to the mall and back and still have things to do in the mall. You get? Because they had this like H&M shop which had like 3 floors. 3 floors. Do you know how big the floor actually is? And then you're counting like escalators to the next floors. And that's just one shop. The East Zone is majorly like these big brands like Gucci, Bottega, Jimmy Choo, like this amazing brands you didn't think you'd ever see. And if you're big on watches, they have like Fossil, they have Omega, they have Casio, they have the big brands. I was like, how they have Mark and Spencer, they have Tom Hilfiger, Zara. I don't know. Am I too excited? Maybe. Is it worth the excitement? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Street shopping as well was dope. Like, you know, we have like every vendor selling like during the night. It's the same thing also there. And you could get like different fabrics. Even the bags are good quality. The handbags, the shoes, the jewelry is top notch. Fridge magnets, like this antiques that you can take for people. They're so cheap and they're so nice. Next time I'll have mine. This time we didn't have mine. We just went and window shops. But it was phenomenal. Now the west side, the west wing is more on Indian brands and Indian fashion houses, as well as like different restaurants and different mini places. One thing I also liked is we went to this restaurant when we stayed during the night, and it was very progressive. Most of the waiters were deaf, but you could communicate and it wasn't like a bias in hiring. And they were doing a good job. And you can see like the smiles in their faces once they serve you, and they keep on asking you if you're okay. And I was in love. Anyway, please just go to the malls and just see how totally different and diverse they are. I was also able to go to Starbucks. So one thing I came to realize is our coffee is better. Like Java coffee is good, Kenyan coffee is good, but the type of drinks they have, frappuccinos and all that, it's a whole other experience. And it was a highlight for me because also like I was like, Starbucks. So my last highlight is we went to the bookstore. So I'm not big on reading books, or rather I don't mind reading online books or like physical books. So one of our colleagues wanted to like shop for their kids, and wow. I actually got to buy 3 books, and I'm now starting a whole small library at home. And I don't know, we started shopping, or we started looking at the books that were being sold, and then one thing that is not big in Africa yet is Amazon. So Amazon is really cheap, and we got to order books from Amazon, which became again cheaper than buying from the bookstore. So the bookstore was big on like the different sections that were there. Like, we need to do more about bookstores. And the best thing was I saw this family. It was a daughter and a dad, and the daughter was being told like to take any storybook they want. So she picks one, and then she goes to the dad and she's like, like what if it's not nice or it's boring? And the dad says, we'll just come and buy another one. Like it's okay. It's supposed to like be really fun even if you buy it. And she was so happy. And I don't know, it's just that whole space or that whole habit, once you start forming it at that age, like really tends to build someone. So anyway, if you want an online site that I use, I can also link you up with that. And it has free books the whole time. So yeah. So for culture shocks, I only have two. So one is people are not big on washing hands. So like you see the way every time even when you get food to the table, even in your house, the first thing everybody does is just go and wash their hands. Or like it's so enforced, like enter wash mkono as a thing. Now that it's not that big, like it's so normal. Like so that was to me. Also the honking of cars or the honking of tuk-tuks. So something that's also really progressive is they use tuk-tuks as like the matatus, but they also have buses, yes. And the tuk-tuks are in Uber, so you can actually order a tuk-tuk. They're called autos. You can order an auto via Uber, and then once it arrives, you now pay via meters. So that was like a big, change. But for Uber, you pay with the amount that has been registered there. And then for the Ubers, they have like normal Ubers and premium Ubers. So normal Ubers are where they don't have the AC, or rather the AC is not a prerequisite on like in the car, but the premium one has like, they have to put the AC on. As I said, like India is really hot, and all the stores, actually I'd say all the stores, they usually use AC. So once it's interesting. So once you get out, it's so humid and all that. Then you enter a restaurant, or you enter a shop, or you enter the car, and it's like blast of AC. And then once you get out, it's the same thing. So anyway, that was also like really dope. But them honking every time, like, and it's not like you're on the way. It's just a form of communication. So random facts about Mumbai is one. It houses most of the financial centers. Like it's big on like the stock exchange market, the reserve banks, and so on. And even like where we were working, it was one of the districts, like the financial districts of India, of Mumbai. Yeah. So when you're going from south to north Mumbai, there's a sea link. It's called the Bandra Wall Sea Link. So it primarily just links like the two areas. North Mumbai has like majorly tuk-tuks and public transport and all that. And when you come to South Mumbai, like it's only like Ubers and like it's Bombay. It's Sapphire Bombay. Another random thing or random places to visit as well is their architecture. So there's the British architecture that's mainly again both in North and in South Mumbai. So we have like the Gateway of India, which was built to commemorate King George or something, George V or something. And you can see the architecture, even the houses that were built. And something I'm big on is like old architecture. Like it had purpose. Like now if I look at luxury homes, they're all white and they're all like, rectangular and all. But if you see like the amount of work that it took to create this different types of like houses, and so please go and visit any architecture that you get to find. It's amazing. The temples as well. If you get time to actually go and visit the temples, please go and see that as well. So we also passed through a railway station. So one other major fact is one of the first railway stations passed through Mumbai, and we went through the Chhatrapati terminus. It's one of the busiest railway stations in Mumbai, and it hosts like most of the tram lines. It used to be called the Victoria terminus before it was renamed now the Chhatrapati, and it's actually the second most viewed monument after the Taj Mahal. So again, please go through the railway station if you ever get the time. But we didn't go through the train, like we didn't enter the train, we just saw it as we were passing. That you should actually visit is called the Taj Mahal Palace Hotel. So it has two structures. So it has like the palace, the Taj Mahal Hotel, which is 6 floors, and now the tower, which is about like 20 floors. Random fact is it actually got it got burnt a few years ago, but they actually got to like rebuild it again, and it looks dope. It's next to the Gateway of India, so it's just actually opposite the road, and the architecture is amazing. I didn't go to sleep there, but just having that view and seeing differently the windows, it was amazing. So please also get to just, as you get past through the Gateway of India and all that, just try to really see everything that's around there. Mumbai is really big, and it's such a beautiful city to be a part of and to be in, and just different cultures teach you different things, and it was really great to be there. So to the end of the video. If you're still here at this point in time, you are such a rock star. Thank you so much for viewing this video. I hope it helps you, or rather it helps someone else who wants to visit Mumbai or wants to go to India. It was an amazing place to actually get to see different cultures and get to, align with different perspectives or different people. Please do visit the random places I've said. Tune in to the next video because it will land. When is it going to land? You just wait. And it's also gonna be a surprise, like the way this is a surprise. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.